$1,800 worth of stimulus checks and what the president has already done, as well as looking at the current landscape and how we need a whole lot more than that. Now, I get questions about stimulus literally every single day down below in the comment section on previous videos, in live streams. I see it there popping up in the chat box. A lot of people out there wondering, when are we going to get it? How much is it going to be? Who is going to be included? When will it be deposited? And all these details like this, which again, I will allude to and answer that for you later in this video. But I also want to talk about what is currently going on right here, right now, the president's stance on stimulus, as well as a bunch of other details, because I think we all recognize 2025 has been absolutely nuts. There's no other way to say it. There's been a lot of different things coming in this year. We've seen obviously all the talk about tariffs. They're on, they're off, they're on, they're off, they're going up, they're going down, all kinds of details like that. Massive volatility in the overall economy. We're seeing a slowing job market or labor market. We're seeing inflation basically doing whatever it's doing. The Federal Reserve is still holding interest rates very, very high. We've seen the markets melting down, all kinds of different things, as well as the work out of Doge. We've seen multiple different changes out of Social Security. All kinds of things. I mean, I don't have to sit here and rattle off a list, but I think you get it. If you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you know exactly what's been going on. I've been covering all this stuff literally every single day. However, I want to point out a couple different things because I see some conflicting information down below in the comment section, and I wanted to come back really quickly and just share some of the different details about this because we're in a very interesting time, and just want to point out a couple different facts. Now, let's quickly just think back to the years of 2020 and 2021. We're not going to sit here and talk about 5 years ago, but just a second here. Just think of this. Okay, so back in 2020, the president, during his first term, he approved $1,800 worth of stimulus checks. The first one being $1,200 in March, April of 2020, and then another $600 at the very end of the year 2020. It either came in December for some people or early in January for the rest of people, but a total of 2 stimulus checks totaling $1,800 from the president and his first term. Now, here's what's super interesting about that as well, okay? And again, yes, both of those came under his first term, $1,800. But here's what's interesting. A while ago, earlier this year, we saw the introduction of the $5,000 Doge dividend, right? $5,000 stimulus check, rebate check, Doge dividend, whatever you want to call it. The name literally does not matter. It's all talking about the same thing. Basically, the distribution of $5,000. Here's the thing. That plan hit the wire within 48 hours? I don't know exactly how long it was, but it was not long at all. Maybe 48 hours of that plan being introduced. The president was already out in a couple different instances saying, hey, we're thinking about a 20% profit share or bounty back to the people in the form of a dividend, right? He made it very clear. In fact, at the time when all this was hitting the wire and it was still very new, I was out in some videos and I shared clips of the president speaking, saying exactly, talking about the $5,000 Doge dividend and the 20% distribution from Doge savings, okay? My point is, we're in a very precarious time right now. And you probably also heard me talk about this recently as well. We now have banks coming out advising the administration to directly send out paychecks to households that are going to be hit hardest by the tariffs. We're getting all this right now. My point is, I see some comments down below that say, we're never getting something out of this president. We're never getting a stimulus check. Now, I want to make it very clear. I'm not here to take sides. I'm not here to defend somebody or not. I'm not here to make this a political video whatsoever, okay? Again, if you've been watching the videos on the channel for a while now, you know my stance on this. I kind of rip everybody equally, right? I mean, here's the thing. I look at it objectively, and I give you the information, whether it's one-sided or not. Again, there's just a lot of information out there from both sides. I'm not here taking sides. That's not my intention. I'm here to give information to keep you informed of what's going on and just whatever I can to help you out through this time. But the point is, the president has already, in his first term, approved more money through the form of stimulus than we've ever seen from any other president in the form of stimulus checks. Okay, I'm just saying that. That's the fact. Look it up if you don't believe me. It is the fact, okay? It is fact. Now, we also heard shortly after, I mean, literally within weeks after the inauguration earlier this year, we had him coming out supporting the idea of $5,000 Doge dividend payments, or basically a 20% profit share. My point is, anybody that's out there saying, oh, we're never going to get some from the president, I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. We've already seen it out of him a few years ago. We saw the support for the $5,000 stimulus or Doge dividend earlier this year, and now we're seeing the markets melting down. We're seeing the economy rolling over. We see a major uptick in the likelihood of a recession, which, by the way, recession is practically guaranteed at this point, okay? We're having other large institutions out there and different entities coming out saying, oh, we have about a 50, 60, whatever percent chance in a recession. Here's the thing. They know we're like pretty much, we're going to have a recession. I mean, they know it. Here's the problem, though. They can't come out and say 100% chance of a recession. They can't really say that. Why? Because it would just crash and burn everything like immediately, right? So they know better than that. They're smart. They always have to keep their percentages and their likelihoods lower than that. But they know as well as we do, we're getting a recession, okay? Whether we like it or not, we are getting one. The only way out of this, I'm just going to say this, the only way out of this is by stimulating. So they could preemptively come in and stimulate like crazy, and then we would avoid a recession. If we don't do that, we're getting a recession. I mean, it is pretty much locked in at this point, and I've made that very clear in other videos. But my point is, I would not necessarily look at who the president is or who's in control or whatever party is doing this or that. I mean, it's a mess. They're all doing all kinds of weird things. My point is, it's all about the economy. I say this all the time. It's literally 100% predicated on the economy. If we go into, when we go into a major recession, likely a little bit later this year, when we do that, they will provide stimulus. They do it every single time. This time is not going to be any different. In fact, I would say this much. The stimulus that is going to be provided this next time will probably be the biggest amount of stimulus that we've ever seen with any other recession. Reason is, it gets bigger every single time. You know, years ago when we would go into a recession, many years ago, they'd provide like, I don't know, $600 billion worth of stimulus. $600 billion today is nothing. That's not going anywhere. It's not going to do anything. But then back in 2020, they provided trillions of dollars worth of stimulus, right? So they can do a lot of different things here. They have a lot of hands they can play. They can, use the reconciliation card. They can do that. They can add whatever they want into reconciliation. Yes, including stimulus checks. The president could write an executive order to distribute money in the form of stimulus checks or paychecks to households. They could do all kinds of different things. So I know I've been talking about this for a while now, as in like, oh, there's a recession. And I know it's kind of like, oh, you're just psyching us out. I mean, here's the thing. It takes a long time for these things to come in, for the economy to slow to the point and all the different economic data to come in and everything to basically, all the stars align. The stars are aligning. When all of this happens, it takes a while for that to happen. But when it does, it happens quickly. Like when we see the meltdowns in the market's doing whatever, just trading normal, whatever, and then all of a sudden one day the thing's down 5, 6, 7%, right? It goes down big. So my point is, it all happens very, very quickly. So we already have the track record from this president. And again, I'm not trying to sit here to defend him. I'm not trying to say anything good or bad. I'm just saying, let's just look at the facts that's out there right now. We know that he has already approved and distributed years ago during his first term $1,800 worth of stimulus checks. 2 checks, $1,200 and $600 in the form of 2 separate payments that went out, both of which in 2020. Some people got their payment in the first couple days of January 2021, but they were approved, both of which in 2020, okay? One was early, one was late, but a total of $1,800. And again, we got that talk earlier this year about the Doge dividend, the $5,000, okay? My point is, it sounds to me like he's pretty open to stimulus at this point. I mean, considering what we've seen out of him years ago, as well as his support for the 20% profit share or bounty back to us in the form of a dividend. Again, we've got all this out there, okay? What it all comes down to is when the timing is right, when the economy really needs it, that is when we'll get it, okay? Now remember this much. I want to say this just super fast here. What does the president want? Why is all this happening? Why are we seeing so much volatility and why are we seeing all this in the economy? Because the president wants lower interest rates. The Federal Reserve is not responding, as in they're not, caving into his demands. In other words, he wants low interest rates. The Federal Reserve is not giving him lower interest rates. How can you get them? If you crash and burn the economy, or if you slow the economy or the markets, then guess what? The Federal Reserve is forced. They have to cut interest rates. So anyway, it's a big negotiation, and that's literally what we're seeing play out. So I will continue to keep you posted on this, but for anybody out there that's feeling discouraged about this, like we're never going to see another one, I certainly would not say that. I would say the likelihood of something this year is probably the greatest that we've seen in a lot of years, probably going back to at least 2021, just because of where we are in the state of the economy, the meltdown that's happening before us, the tariffs that are the catalyst to crashing everything. It's just a lot of different things. And again, I've covered all this in greater detail in other videos, but this is kind of where we're at, okay? So I will continue to keep you posted. Again, as I always like to say, nothing is approved right now, and I'll make that very, very clear. Okay, just want to make that very clear. But I just want you to know I'm continuously watching everything very closely, and we're in this type of situation where things are going to happen quickly. I mean, they're already happening very quickly. It's been a very busy and chaotic year, but again, there's a whole lot more to come, okay? I'll continue to keep you posted on this. We just want to throw that out there. And I know it seems weird, like, oh, yeah, we'll see if anything ever comes. Again, let's just see what happens to the markets here and the overall economy. That's really what it comes down to. And how things are looking right now, not looking so good. Just saying, right? I think we all recognize what's actually happening here. So anyway, I'm here for you. Again, if you need any help, if you're turning 65, if you're retiring, if you're moving across state or county lines, if you have a Medicare supplement or Medigap plan, if you need any assistance with initial enrollment into Medicare, Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part D, Medigap plans, Medicare supplements, whatever it happens to be, you see the phone number there on your screen. Please call the dedicated team over there at Chapter, the partners here on the channel, a team of really trusted advisors, seriously helping out so many of you here in this community. A couple thousand of you here in the community have already called them. They've helped tons of you here in this community getting better plans, better coverages, better pricing for you and your personal needs. So you can see the doctors you want, the providers you want to see, the networks you want to be within, the offices, the clinics you want to visit, prescription needs if you have need all, whatever other personal preferences you have. They're looking through your personal situation and finding you the best plan and whatever is best for you with about 20,000 plans across the country. A lot of work out there. And again, it's 100% for free. So if you need that assistance, please give them a call. They're waiting on standby to talk to you. Again, it's totally free, 100% for free with the phone number there on your screen. So take a picture, take a screenshot, write it down, whatever you've got to do. Notate that information and give them a call. Seriously, super nice team. They're very educated, very skilled. They know exactly what they're doing. So anyway, let me ask a huge favor as well. Who do you know that may be turning 65? Who do you know that may be retiring? Who do you know that needs some assistance with their Medicare? Please share that phone number with them, have them call, and again, here's the cool part about it. When they get the assistance and they're super happy and excited, who gets the credit? You do, because you're the hero and you share that information with them. They'll be very grateful to you. Anyway, go ahead and share that. Otherwise, down below the video, there's a share button as well. Please go ahead and share this out. Really appreciate that. Otherwise, if you're new here, if you've not done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. It's 100% for free. The big subscribe button down below. Otherwise, check out the other 5,000 plus videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos down below in the description that I've hand selected for you or popping up on your screen in just a minute here. You'll see some videos there as well. Otherwise, please just have a nice day. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. Thank you for allowing me to continuously be your advocate and represent you. Thank you for continued trust in me, the videos, the content, everything I'm delivering to you every single day. And until next time, please have a nice one. I hope I can see you again soon in the next video or in the next live stream.